Well, he's alive. There was a suspicion that Starmer was in hiding following his recent scandals being exposed over the weekend. It was reported that Starmer actually took more freebies and undeclared them than what was initially reported. This of course, has caused public outrage, and people want to understand as to why. There's also been speculation surrounding his personal life. However, despite reports saying he was in hiding as the Conservatives have their conference this week, he has shown face. We will discuss what's been said, but first hit the like button and subscribe to the channel and join our fast-growing community. Starmer has made his appearance since his scandals being exposed at the weekend in statement towards Iran. Keir Starmer has criticised Iran's attack after speaking to Israel's Prime Minister to discuss the escalating situation across the Middle East. This is what he has said.
We stand with Israel and we recognise her right to self-defence in the face of this aggression. Iran must stop these attacks, together with its proxies like Hezbollah. Iran has menaced the Middle East for far too long. Chaos and destruction brought not just to Israel, but to the people they live amongst in Lebanon and beyond. Make no mistake, Britain stands full square against such violence. We support Israel's reasonable demand for the security of its people. I've spoken today to Prime Minister Netanyahu, the King of Jordan, President Macron and Chancellor Scholz. In the last week, I've also spoken to other leaders, including Prime Minister McCarthy of Lebanon, President Abbas, the leader of the Palestinian Authority, to try to find the space for a political solution to the conflicts in Lebanon and Gaza. Because I am deeply concerned that the region is on the brink, and I'm deeply concerned about the risk of miscalculation. The situation in Lebanon is increasingly grave. I want to repeat my advice to British nationals who are still in Lebanon. You must leave now. You should register your presence with government officials on our website. We have a chartered flight, and we're doing everything we can to get people out. But the situation is extremely volatile. So if you have the means to leave, the time is now. Do not wait.
This was following Iran has launched nearly 200 missiles towards Israel, as civilians are told to hide in bomb shelters, Israeli media reports. The IDF has urged Israelis to remain alert and precisely follow the Home Front Command's instructions. The Israeli military added, "Upon hearing a siren, you must enter a protected space and remain there until further notice." Warning sirens sounded across Jerusalem shortly after 5:30 p.m. UK time as explosions were heard. Iran's Supreme Leader Ayatollah Ali Khamenei gave the order to launch missiles at Israel, a senior Iranian official said. The official added that Tehran is fully ready for any retaliation. The IDF has said it is identifying and intercepting launches, and the attack was serious and will have consequences. Loud explosions have also been heard in the Jordan Valley, which sits on the border between Jordan and the West Bank. In Jaffa, southern Israel, police have also attended a shooting, with a number of casualties. It is understood that at least 8 people are dead and multiple people are injured. The US warned earlier today that Iran was preparing to imminently launch a ballistic missile attack against Israel. The White House said President Joe Biden has ordered US military forces in the region to help Israel's defense against the Iranian attack and shoot down the missiles. It comes after Israel's armed forces confirmed that they have launched a ground operation in the south of Lebanon in the early hours of this morning. The US Embassy in Israel has issued a high-level alert to its employees, directing them to return home and be prepared to enter bomb shelters. It is the first such order since the Iranian aerial attack on Israel in April. There was speculation that Iran would respond with force against Israel following intensified strikes against Iranian ally Hezbollah. In other news, a romance fraudster who conned his victim out of thousands of pounds has been ordered to pay back over £32,000. Kai Hughes, 35, was sentenced to 40 months in prison at Maidstone Crown Court last October for his deceptive scheme. Hughes met his victim on a dating app, presenting a lavish lifestyle he claimed came from acting, singing, and investing in luxury watches. He manipulated the victim into giving him her savings, borrowing from her parents and taking out high-interest loans, promising returns from a fictitious investment scheme. The court heard that the victim sent Hughes more than £175,000 in total. The confiscation order, issued by the court, requires Hughes to repay £32,144 or face an additional 12 months in prison. Hughes's deception extended beyond initial financial requests as he fabricated threats from a fictional third party, claiming they would visit the victim's home if she didn't continue providing money. Despite the relationship ending, he continued to request money for almost a year. The Crown Prosecution Service, CPS, Proceeds of Crime Division, initiated proceedings to recover Hughes's ill-gotten gains following his conviction. Adrian Foster, Chief Crown Prosecutor for the CPS Proceeds of Crime Division, said, "Romance fraud is a cruel deception that preys on the unique trust and vulnerability that exists in intimate relationships." He added, Kai Hughes manipulated the victim, stealing from her, threatening her, and leaving her with debt and unimaginable stress. The court issued both a confiscation order and a compensation order for £32,144 to be paid directly to the victim. Should Hughes acquire additional assets in the future, the CPS can pursue further legal action to recover the full amount of his criminal benefit. Foster said, "The CPS will always use the powers available to ensure crime does not pay, depriving criminals of their ill-gotten gains and ensuring where we can that monies are repaid to the victim." Between 2019 and 2024, £450 million has been recovered from confiscation orders obtained by the CPS. This substantial sum ensures that thousands of convicted criminals are unable to profit from their offences. Notably, £88 million of the recovered funds has been returned to victims of crime as compensation. Lastly, Princess Beatrice has announced she is pregnant with her second child with her husband, Edoardo Mapelli-Mozzi. King Charles has said he is delighted as Edoardo and the royal are expecting their second child together. In a new statement, Buckingham Palace said, "Her Royal Highness Princess Beatrice and Mr. Edoardo Mapelli-Mozzi are very pleased to announce that they are expecting their second child together in early spring, a sibling for Wolfie, aged 8, and Sienna, aged 3. His Majesty the King has been informed and both families are delighted with the news. Beatrice's first child, a daughter named Sienna Elizabeth Mozzi, was born in September 2021. What are your thoughts on what we discussed in today's video? Let me know down in the comment section below. If you've not yet already, make sure you do drop a like on this video and subscribe to the channel for more British content. Thank you. Take care. Goodbye.